Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to be solving another question from the chapter 4 of engineering mechanics by Meriam, and this is going to be an interesting one. And we need to determine the force in the single hydraulic cylinder of the elevated work platform. We know the mass of the arm OC is 800 kilogram, and we have the mass center of G1 as we can see, and the combined mass of the bucket and the worker is 300 kilogram, where the center of mass is applying at point G2 right here. So we are in equilibrium. We're going to start with the free body diagram as always, and we're going to have three different equations: sum of all forces in X equals 0, sum of all forces in Y equals 0, and we're going to have one moment equations as well. But since we are interested in the force that we have, the hydraulic AB, we should be able to find it in one shot by our moment equation. So let's just show all the forces that we have for this part of this system. So if we just draw the free body diagram for the bucket, worker, and the arm OC, we know at point O we have a pin, so we're going to consider two component OX, OY, but that's not what the question is asking us. So if we just simply do the moment about point O equals 0, we should be able to find the force that is applying in here. We can call it F. And we're gonna have two weights here. The first weight would be the mass of the bucket and the worker, which is 300, and we have to multiply by that G. So if you just multiply the mass by G, we're gonna get the weight. Our G is 9.81 meter per second squared. And the other force is going to be in here. We know the weight of the arm is 800 kilograms, so it would be 800 G. That's pretty much all the forces that we have, and we can see we should be able to find the F here, but it's not actually as easy as it sounds. We have some dimensions here that we need to watch for, and I'm just gonna clean up the figure so we can see what's going on in here. So if you look at the point G, we see that it's in the middle of uh, the width of this arm. But if you look at the point O, we'll see it's a little bit to the left of that. And we actually have a distance in the question, which is this distance. That is actually 0.65 meter, a little bit to the left of that point. So that's going to change, that's going to make some changes in our moments that we need to watch for it. So let's start with the moment of the 300 G first. So first of all, the moment that force is going to make is going to be in this direction about also counterclockwise. It will be a positive moment. So positive 300 G is the force, and we are using our 2D shortcut, which means we need to figure out the distance from O to the line of action of this force. So we are interested for this vertical distance, and the question is how we're going to find that. So in the question we know that this distance is 2.2, so 2.2, that's going to be that part. And if you look at this right triangle in here, maybe I should try a different color. Okay, if we look at this right triangle that I showed with light blue, we know also from the question that this angle is 40 degrees. We know this is a right angle, which means this angle here is 50 degrees. So finding the base of this right triangle, what we have in here is pretty easy. It's technically the hypotenuse, which is 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4, which is 14, cosine of 15. So 14 cosine of 50, and that's the part that we need to watch for. And we're gonna have this right triangle in here, just gonna try to show it a little bit bigger. This right triangle right here, which this side is 0.65, and we need to subtract this distance in here from the whole base to get to that distance from O to here, which is what we need for the moment. And also we know this angle would be same. That's going to be also 50 degrees as well, because of the same reason that we have these two angles that are the same. We know this angle is what we had in here. So that angle is also 50 degrees, and we just have to watch for this part that we need to subtract 0.65, and we can see this side would be the opposite side, so sine of 50 degrees. That's probably the trickiest part of this question, and we're gonna have the same story for the other force too. For the 800 force, that one's also in this direction, so we're gonna have another counterclockwise moment. The force is different, though. We have the force is also different. We have 800 G, so 800 G. This time we're gonna have a different right triangle. I'm gonna show it with yellow. So we're gonna have this right triangle where the hypotenuse is different. It's 5.4 as opposed to 14, but the rest is the same. So 5.4 cosine of 50 degrees, and we're going to subtract that by that little distance. Again, same thing applies in here, so minus 0.65 sine of. So that would be the moment of these two forces, and we're going to have the moment of the force F. I'm just going to clean up the figure because it's very messy now. All right, now we have this force F that we need to figure out the moment. As we discussed over and over, for finding the moment, what we care about is finding those distances, or I should say the vertical distances that we need. And the position vector is any vector that connects the force to the line of action. So it seems if we go with this point or point A on the line of action of the force F, it would be easier for us to find the moment because we can find this angle here. And if we do, we're going to resolve the force in two components. And now we have all the vertical distances for these two is these two distances. So we should be able to find the moment very easy. But let's just see how we can find that angle theta. So I'm just going to show it in here. So that's the angle theta that we have in there, and this is our point A. And for finding these two sides, we're gonna look at this right triangle in there. Let me just clean this. So if you look at this time, this right triangle, we have the hypotenuse of 4, and we're gonna have the same angle here, the 50 degrees. So if you just find this distance and subtract it by this, we're gonna have what we have for our right triangle. So for cosine of 50 would be this side for this right triangle, and we're going to subtract that by 1.6, so we get this distance. And for the other one, we're going to have this side plus this side, so basically 1.1, which is this, plus 4 sine of 50. So the angle theta should be pretty easy in here. We just have to find the tangent of theta. which is going to be the opposite over the adjacent. So let's just find theta would be the tangent inverse of this value. So for sine of 50 plus 1.5, 1.1 over 4 cosine of okay, this is cosine. For cosine of 50 minus 1.6, and this is going to give us 76.87 degrees. And now we can resolve the force F that we had in here into two components. And if we look at it, so it's basically these two forces. Let me just clean up. So basically this is our force F. And if we look at it, this one will be clockwise. And the vertical component is also going to make clockwise moments. So they're both negative. F cosine of theta would be 76.78. The distance for that one is 1.1, and minus F sine of 76.78. And that's going to be the other distance, 1.6 equals 0. And we're going to have one equation with F, and we should be able to find the answer for this question. So let's just calculate what we have in here first. So we're going to have 300 times 9.81 times, I don't know why I put 2 plus 2. This is actually 2.2 in here. So we're going to have 2.2 plus 14 cosine of 50 minus 0.65 sine of 50. That's going to be that value. We're going to add that to 800 times 9.81 times 5.4 cosine of 50 minus 0.65 sine of 50. And this needs to be divided by these two values in here, 1.1 cosine of 76.78 plus 1.6 sine of 76.78. And yeah, that's going to be the final answer for this question. Our F would be 30,304.9 newtons. And the final answer for this question. Hope everything was clear. There's a lot of details in this question that we need to watch for. If you guys understand this question fully, you should be more than good in static questions and the concept of 2D moment and the equilibrium. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.